Hello and welcome to Blooming Sales Company. My name is Angie Chalemi and I am your business leader for Tupperware. What that means is that's basically just a fancy schmancy title to say that I help with the training and development of your business. So I'm going to help you put together a plan. I'm going to help you learn how to execute that plan and really make the most out of your Tupperware business. So no matter what the reason was that you said yes, hang on for the ride because I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to make your business a success. Let's get you jump started. So first, I want you to think about why you said yes to Tupperware. Was it for the additional income? Perhaps you have little ones at home and you needed some adult time. Maybe you needed a flexible schedule that worked around your family life or your work life. Perhaps you were excited about earning some free vacations, or maybe you're in need of a car, or perhaps you'd like some free jewelry. Maybe you're in it to stock your kitchen, enjoy some deep discounts, and get some free Tupperware every week from Tupperware. Perhaps you're in it for a little bit of all of the above. No matter why you joined Tupperware, there really is something in it for you. So I joined Tupperware in June of 2012, really just looking for the discount on our Fridge Smart products. I had no interest in being that girl. I never wanted to sell a piece of Tupperware. I even told the girl that I signed up with to never call me because I was never going to sell. But after I received my kit and I started using some of the products in my kitchen, I got excited and I shared those products with my friends and family, and my team started growing because if I wanted that kind of discount, why wouldn't they as well? About 6 months after I joined, we became a director team and I earned an all expenses paid trip to Disney World's Animal Kingdom. If you've never taken a trip like that in your life, I would encourage you to put this down on your bucket list because it's a trip like none other, and Tupperware certainly rolls out the red carpet when they're offering their trips. About 6 months after that, I earned a Mustang convertible, but I still had 2 little ones in car seats, so I had no business driving a Mustang convertible. So instead of the car option, I cashed it out for $22,000 and paid off all of our family debt. It was at that point that I really became passionate and found out why I had joined Tupperware in the first place. It was, I felt, my calling to help people live a debt-free lifestyle, either help them get them to that point or teach them how to maximize it once they were in that position. So I focused on that and started growing my director team to include additional director teams, and they were growing their director teams. In 2016, I grew 8 directors strong, and we eclipsed $1 million in organizational sales. It was at that point that we decided to move to the Pacific Northwest, and Tupperware offered us a position to be a business leader in Portland, Oregon. So no matter where you live, know that your home base is in Portland, Oregon, but we can serve anywhere in the United States. So no matter where you live, you're with us and we're with you. I've taken several more free trips since then, including a trip to Europe. I've gone to Mexico. In fact, we just earned our 3rd WOW trip, and we've selected to go back to Disney World again. In between, in our 2nd trip, we went to Hawaii, but now we're heading back to Disney World in the spring. And I also drive a free Buick Enclave, where Tupperware pays the taxes, title, insurance, tires, service, and OnStar, everything. The only thing I pay for is gas. So if you're in need of a car, I can help you work that car program because I know exactly how it works. And really, the only reason I'm sharing all of these milestones with you is I want you to know if you join this business to earn a little extra money or a lot of extra money, I can help you with that. If you want to maximize the discount, I can help you with that. No matter what the reason is that you joined, I can teach you how to do that. Just remember, you are the CEO of this brand new Tupperware business. You need to let your actions shape your organization. No matter what you're looking for, again, I'm your girl, I can help you, and I'm just a phone call or a private message away. I want you to take a few minutes and think about and develop what's called your iStory. And you'll want to use some pre-Tupperware experiences to design your iStory and really think about the reasons that you said yes to Tupperware. That's why I asked that in the very beginning. You should share this iStory at the start of every single party that you hold, and that iStory is going to change and develop as your career changes and develops. But there's something so powerful in that message, and something when people have that connection and they feel that me too factor with you, they're going to want to be a part of this company and a part of your team. So first up, let's talk a little bit about how we're going to make you some money, because 9 times out of 10, most people, if you're watching this video, you could use a little extra income. Maybe you need a lot of extra income. So let's talk about that. Your income needs will determine how many parties per month that you should be holding. Here's a little formula to help get you started so you can gauge whether or not you need to make Tupperware a higher or maybe not so high priority in your life. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the number of the dollar amount that you need to earn an income, and you're going to multiply that times 4, and that's going to give you some big number, right? So let's say that you were looking to earn $1,000 a month in Tupperware. You're going to multiply that times 4. That's going to give you $4,000. That means that you need to sell $4,000 a month in Tupperware, because we earn 25% of everything that we sell. Take that $4,000 number and divide it by 500, because 500 is the average party size in Tupperware land. That's going to give you the number of parties that you need to hold per month. So in our example of earning $1,000 a month in income, you're going to need to hold 8 Tupperware parties. Don't forget, you want to schedule some insurance parties. Insurance parties are the parties that are going to help keep you on pace for where you need to be when someone cancels or has to postpone their party into a different sales month. Make sure that you're maximizing host coaching to ensure that your party averages stay at that 500 or above level. And we're going to talk a little bit about host coaching because it is the most important thing that you're going to do in your business. Your very first event should be your grand opening event, and it should be held within 7 days of ordering your consulting kit. No more than 14 days, but 7 days is ideal. This event should be coordinated and held by your recruiter, so whoever brought you into the business or one of their leaders if they're brand new and not comfortable doing it themselves. We recommend that you follow a grand opening format in the form of an open house. And the reason that we do that is it's modeled off of the real estate industry, but it's going to allow your entire community to know that your Tupperware business is up and running. It's going to notify your neighbors. It's going to build community awareness in a super informal way. The focus of these events is securing some long-term business for you. And what I mean by that is they're going to work on building your team and booking parties. Sales are not the focus of these events. It really is just about building community awareness and letting people know that you are their brand new Tupperware ambassador and giving them a little sampling of some of the parties that you will be able to offer. Additionally, we have events that you can attend for when you have hosts who are unable to open up their own home and host a party in their home. You can bring them to what we call the Taste of Tupperware. The Taste of Tupperware is just a multi-host event. Everybody comes to one central location, and it's modeled exactly like a Tupperware party. So I would recommend that you attend as many Taste of Tupperware events as your director or company is offering. Or if there's nothing on the schedule for you, be sure you schedule one yourself. They're simple and easy to hold, and they really do just model the party, but it'll give yourself and your host a hub to come to in order to facilitate that Tupperware party. These are guest events, and they're designed to give you and your host a place to hold those parties, but it really is open to the entire company if you choose for it to be, or you can keep it private just for your team or your hosts and guests. We do have an option to help you with the financial side of a Taste of Tupperware, and that falls under company sponsorship. So be sure you look at our website at growblooms.com in order to check out that information under the Taste of Tupperware tab. All right, let's talk a little bit about host coaching. Like I said before, host coaching is the most important thing that you're going to do in your business, so we want to make sure that we spend a lot of time here. Solid host coaching is really going to bring you in more recruits, which is the base of our business, more bookings to keep your party business in business, and it's going to bring you higher party sales. Every single party that you are a part of, you should be coaching with the 5-star host program. Remember, you are the professional. You know how to maximize Tupperware's programs, or you're going to learn very soon. And you need to lead your hosts and guests to the best party possible. Sometimes we have hosts who think that they know best because they've held lots of parties, maybe even some Tupperware parties. But at the end of the day, you know what's current. You know how to get them everything. So you need to be in charge of that situation. There's 5 things we ask our hosts to do. The first thing is we ask her to keep her date and time. After all, this is a business, and it's very hard for you to manage your business if you don't know when parties are coming or going or sticking or not sticking. And so we're going to offer her an incentive to keep her original date and time. Once you've coached your host, her date and time is locked in. And just by holding that party, letting you walk in the door on the day or evening that you have scheduled, you are going to give her an award of some kind. This will help you plan your business, and it's also going to create stability for her guests. Sometimes hosts think that if they move the party, it's going to work for more people. But what we see happen is that the people who could come to the original date usually can't come to the second date. So she ends up with about the same number of guests. So we want to make sure once they're locked in, they're locked in. The second thing we ask our host to do is to collect up 10 orders. They can be any size, from a salt and pepper shaker up to a set of cookware. Doesn't really matter. The whole point of the activity is to help encourage her to talk about her party, invite people to her party, and get some orders along the way. Again, they can be any size, doesn't matter to you, but be sure that you've instructed her on how to calculate the shipping and applicable tax. Your host should have that payment ready to give to you at the time of the party. You're not going to chase those orders around. She's taking care of that for you. The next thing we ask your host to do is to have 10 people in attendance. And I want you to help her develop a list of who she can invite, because so many times our hosts think that they don't have any friends or family that they can invite. This is a common misnomer. In fact, the average American knows about 600 people, and they invite 250 people to their wedding. So if they're inviting 250 people to their wedding, they have some people that they can invite to their Tupperware party. They might just need a little bit of reassurance and for you to build that confidence in them and help them come up with a list. We recommend you use an acronym with your host to help them think of everybody that they want to invite to their Tupperware party. That acronym is lovingly called FRANK, and it stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids connections. So once you have Frank on her list, she's not going to have any trouble coming up with 40 people to invite. The reason that we want her to have 40 people invited is because that's going to bring about 10 people to the party, which is going to earn her her next star. The 4th star that we're looking for her to earn is for her future parties. Part of our host program requires your hostess to have 2 future parties booked, and that's going to keep your business in business. So we are a party plan business. You need to date future parties in order to keep your business successful. And so anybody who cannot attend at her party should be asked to hold a party on your behalf. Again, 2 future dates are required for her host exclusive. However, more parties is going to equal more success for you. So offer some sort of incentive if she dates beyond that initial 2. She's going to get a reward from Tupperware for dating those 2 in the form of a host exclusive. But when she dates 3, what are you going to give her? 4, what are you going to give her? What I always choose to give is to give her product at my cost, which is 25%. It doesn't cost me anything out of pocket. I'm only losing the commission, but I'm gaining a booking, so that is worth it. I tell my hosts there's no limit on how many items they can take at my cost as long as we book those parties up. Again, always date more than you think you're going to need for insurance, and it's also going to help grow your team through what we call dovetailing, and there'll be more information available on that on our website. But just know that you're going to always date more than you think, but you're never through until you've dated at least 2. The last thing we're going to talk to our host about is the opportunity. You are enjoying the Tupperware benefits, and she's hosting a party and doing the bulk of the work. So why wouldn't she enjoy those additional benefits that you're offering? Successful parties are going to lead to increased recruiting. So even if you think you're not in a position to grow your team, focus on making your host feel special and allowing her to earn everything she can from Tupperware, and she's going to see that this can be a viable source of income for herself as well. Also, as a leader, you're paid 3 times for every piece of Tupperware that you sell. So what does that really mean? That means our leaders are paid their commission, just like our consultants are, but then leaders also have an opportunity to earn what's called Profit Plus, which is a percentage of their team sales, and the Vanguard bonus. And the Vanguard bonus is based on the volume that the entire unit sells. So our managers, star managers, and executive managers all get paid commission, Profit Plus, and Vanguard every single time they sell a piece of Tupperware. So I don't know about you, but that seems like pretty easy math to me. Would you rather get paid 1 time or 3 times every time you sell a bowl? Don't forget, you are not selling the steak, you're selling the sizzle. So what does that mean? That means every time you talk about a set that you believe in your heart could really benefit someone's kitchen, you want to be talking about it as a complete set. So as I mentioned before, I joined for the Fridge Smarts. I always talk about the Fridge Smarts first. They are the key to produce preservation. They create a climate inside of the refrigerator that allows the produce to thrive, no matter what type of produce that it is, and extends the life of your produce about 2 to 3 times the normal lifespan. I talk about Fridge Smarts at every single one of my parties, but Fridge Smarts are like Lay's. You can't have just one, right? So what is the point of having one Fridge Smart in your fridge? You're basically writing a death sentence for everything else going in your fridge. So Fridge Smarts need to be sold in sets. The same is true for our Freeze It Plus. It's the same concept, but it goes in the freezer. Again, you wouldn't just want one thing to be protected in your freezer. Everything needs to be protected in the freezer. So that's something that you would sell in a set. Lastly, your pantry. Same thing. Dry goods, you don't just want to keep your flour or your brown sugar fresh, right? You need to keep everything fresh. Chips, baking goods, macaroni, all of those things. All of that gets organized and stays fresh in a modular mate. So modular mates are another key piece that you would sell in sets. So think about that. Those worksheets are available for printing off of our website. You can print that and take those to your parties. No need to take a set of Fridge Smarts, Freeze Its, and Modular Mates. Just take the sheet and speak to how important they are. At the party, you want to open up by offering a guest introduction of some kind. So I usually just ask everyone to go around the room, tell me their name and their favorite piece of Tupperware. And that puts everybody in such a good mood because it brings them back to the nostalgia of why they love Tupperware, whether it's something that their mom or grandma had, or maybe it's something that they have learned to love in their kitchen. It also allows them to cross-sell to each other. You don't really have to say anything. You can just let everybody brag about our amazing products and sit back and enjoy the ride, right? So I always start with that guest introduction, and then I share my iStory. Then we do a demonstration, and I talk about set selling, and I always demonstrate something from our kit or the Say Yes offer if there is a current Say Yes offer available at the time. I do that because in my heart of hearts, I know that the opportunity is the best thing available in the catalog. So I want as many people as possible to fall in love with our kit and to fall in love with our Say Yes products. Then I do some sort of dating and recruiting game. And again, those are listed on our website. My favorite two are the Smidget game and the Cindy box. So be sure you check those out. Then I talk about it's called the toolkit. Really, it's just the folder that includes the catalog, order form, wish lists, any current specials that we have, a Say Yes flyer. All of those are also photographed and on our website for you to copy off of if you'd like. Then that's it. I close the party. You can see this exact format at a Taste of Tupperware near you if you would like to see it in action before you actually hold your first party. At the end of the day, remember that recruiting is absolutely the answer. Every time you recruit somebody, you're working closer to joining our leadership team, and that leadership team gets paid 3 times for every piece of Tupperware that they sell. So I want you to think about who you might want to have on your team right now. Who would want to join this ride with you and have fun with you? Some examples of who might want to join your team would be a host, someone at the party who helps you demonstrate, someone who loved your demonstration. There's always that one when you look around the room, she's smiling and really excited and energetic and adding things to your demonstration. You want her on your team. Who is it in the room that placed the largest order? Who placed the smallest order? The reason that those are important is the person who placed the largest order might really enjoy the discount. The person who placed the smallest order, they might need some extra income. So who in fact mention that they might need some extra income? Maybe they've had a lifestyle change. Maybe a husband or a wife lost a job, or maybe they just had a brand new baby and they would like to have a flexible schedule where they can go back to work and earn some extra income, but they don't have to leave the baby all the time. So look for those people within your party and talk to them about joining your team. And I would challenge each of you in this moment to take a minute and write down in your notebook the name of 3 people that you feel would be a great addition to your team. Doesn't mean that they have to join. I don't want you to think about whether they love Tupperware, hate Tupperware, whether they would ever do something like this. Just 3 people, if you could pick anybody in the United States over the age of 18 that you could reach out to and have on your team, who would those 3 people do? Who would those 3 people be? Next to their name, I want you to write down why you feel like you want them on your team. So what is it that they're going to bring to your organization that excites you? Are they super energetic? Do they already love Tupperware? Are they the first person to shout out on Facebook when they love a product? What is it about them that made you think of them immediately? Next to that, I want you to write down what Tupperware is going to bring to their life that they're going to be excited about. So are they going to offer you, is Tupperware going to give them a flexible schedule? Is Tupperware going to give them some income that they immediately need? Is Tupperware going to send them on that all expenses paid vacation for that honeymoon that they were never able to take? What is it about Tupperware that you know so far in our benefits that is something that would be a blessing to that person? Write that down in the 3rd column next to their name. That's it, guys. You've just learned the magic to recruiting. Contact that person within 24 hours via phone because they need to hear in your voice how excited you are to bring them the solution to their opportunities, whatever their problem is. They need that solution and they need you and they need Tupperware. They need to hear that passion in your voice, and all you have to do is reach out to them, let them know, hey, my name is Angie. I'm not sure if you know this, but hey, it's Angie. I'm not sure if you know this, but I recently joined Tupperware and I'm looking to grow my team. I thought of you immediately because you're so fun, so energetic. I would love to have you as part of this adventure with me. And I know it would be so good for you because it would be the ideal situation. You could work a little bit after your full-time job. You could bring in that extra money that you guys are looking for, but you wouldn't have to, it would be on your terms. You wouldn't have to go in when a boss says you have to come in. So let me ask you, have you ever thought about doing what I do? And then just zip your lip and let them talk. And then you need to be a problem solver. What are they concerned about? What questions can you answer for them? If you need help with this, reach out to me or reach out to your recruiter and we'd be happy to help you with that process. Just remember, we are always better together. Be sure that you watch our Stepping Up video on YouTube channel if you're interested in joining our leadership team. Also, remember that you have support all the way up the line. It doesn't matter what anybody's title is, or if they're in your line or another line. You can reach out to anybody in Tupperware because we are all your business partners. Always, always, always contact me with any questions that you might have, ideas, feedback, etc. And there's my contact information if you would like to grab a screenshot of that. Otherwise, it's on our Facebook page and on our website for easy reference. And speaking of our Facebook page, you really do want to plug in there. Ask your recruiter to add you if you haven't been added already, because we do a lot of training, contests, videos, tips, tricks, all kinds of stuff on that Facebook page. But you have to be on the page to be included, especially in the contest. So make sure that your recruiter has added you to our exclusive Facebook group. All right, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for being a part of Blooming Sales Company. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and I can't wait to watch you bloom. Bye!